Welcome! It is time to begin our Planescape adventure. And we shall see what's next. We are leaving the city of Savania, and our crew has chosen for the castle to begin walking towards Farnell. And we'll see precisely what awaits them there at some point as they are dealing with the strange thing of almost finding themselves as they give their reports. Some accurate, some biased, some cold to their mere. Mosaic Shape has been collecting their information, recording it, and compiling it as fact. And it is time to see precisely what will happen to them next. We have many have glitched, and for some reason, death seems to trigger for our main crew here some type of rewrite of reality itself. And the repercussions of that might have yet to be fully seen. But this is the world of Planescape, and such things aren't that unusual from time to time. So we will begin now. First thing I kind of want to know is, it's been a day or two here as the castle's been walking away from Savania, and just this doesn't have to be long, but just what are some things that you each of you have been occupying yourselves with about the castle grounds?
Malin probably would have started growing either in her quarters or even like maybe by the kitchen or in a common area. Some sort of like herb garden or has like some like house plants and stuff, and she tends to those. And you'll see that she has like a little spade, like a little like fork for like tilling, and a watering can, and they all look pretty homemade. It seems like maybe she made some of these tools herself.
Nice.
I think to build off of that, Kelly, feels more used to finding food and foraging, probably sometimes at night will sneak in there and take parts of the plants to try and consume.
Sure. I mean, if I've caught you, I let it happen. That's amazing. That's the whole point of the herb garden.
Nice.
And everyone else is dead.
Titania's been kind of messing with Kelly in a way. She saw how the bear kind of tricked her, so she's been appearing randomly over these couple days as different animals in different spots where only Kelly is, to kind of impart little bits of wisdom.
Depending on what the animals are, she might try to hunt them.
So sometimes we might have chases around the house.
Yeah, that's common scene. Knocking things over.
Is there a certain one that you tend to chase a lot?
I mean, typical prey type critters, like rabbits and maybe a deer.
So my
Um,
elk. Okay. Yep.
Then other ones she probably would not mess with in that way, like bears and
Giant
maybe.
space hamster.
Oh, she might be curious about that one. She might actually be very curious about that one.
Is it a miniaturized giant space hamster or a regular one?
It's the regular giant space hamster.
Okay.
How big is it?
It's large.
Oh, perfect. I would try to wrestle that one.
So, PW has mostly been seated outside. He's been trying to keep an eye on the direction that we're headed and keep out for any more like rogue baseball games so we don't accidentally run into them. I think separately from that too, he's been working on trying to come up with a more complicated version of Jenga to play with Warrior Kelly. Because he's realizing his skills are not adequate to her like feral version of Jenga, so his current idea is to replace all of the pieces with fully metal Jenga block pieces.
Does this Kelly take a full long rest, or
Yes, they do.
cool?
And always usually in a corner somewhere. After setting up traps.
All right. Then what's Edric up to?
Sorry, just spilled water all over.
Oh, no.
So I've been listening, but been just trying to sort with that. So, if it's possible to do, I think Adric's been sitting on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
He's a bit out of sorts.
Adric, dear, you're dribbling water on yourself.
Sorry. Did I get any in your garden?
Well, I mean, the plants wouldn't hate it. You're doing all right. You seem a little somewhere else.
I don't know. Having a hard time. Having a hard time figuring out who I am at this point.
Well, I will hazard a guess that I have a few years on you. And I will say that if you did know who you were, it's bound to change anyway.
His eyes actually widen a bit when you say change. I mean, are you talking about our predicament, or?
Well, sure, but I mean, really, a full life, start to finish, isn't much different at all. The years go on, and you learn new things, you meet new people, you change anyway.
Can a person choose? Choose to change.
Well, sure. I think people can put their mind to a lot of things. It might work, it might not. I think that depends on the person.
Whoever I was before I lost all memory of it. I think they were struggling with that.
I think that the universe is vast and complex, and I think it perhaps silly to assume that the cosmos has a plan for us, but I do think that thought can be useful. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't think it matters, but sometimes it helps. Perhaps this state we find ourselves in, no memory, no concept of who we were before, maybe this is the universe giving you a chance to be somebody new.
Maybe that's what I'm scared of.
I'll tell you that I don't really remember much about where I was. Well, I do. But it's more of a feeling. And I think I was there a long, long time. And I do think I was quite sad. I think perhaps there was a time when I hadn't been alone, but I think maybe, well, I spent quite a bit of time alone there after that. And I see that I'm not there now. And I don't think that that's a choice I didn't make. That feels like something I did on purpose. And I do think it was quite hard. And she sort of removes one of her shoes, and those like little crawling threads scatter all around, and then they come back and they hug her leg and they go up towards her knee and come back down. And if you look closer at them, they look like twigs or little pieces of plant matter, like strings, like roots, probably. And she goes, I think it was really, really hard for me to leave, but well, I think perhaps I pulled my roots right out with me. If I can do it, you can do it, Adric.
It's like you're able to bring something with you that's amazing. I think that's just a feeling. I think I made a choice too at some point. And he fingers the scar on his neck. But I'm not sure I thought much about mine ahead of time.
And yet here we both are, on the same walking castle, looking out at the same horizon.
Robert.
Perhaps what we did before isn't quite as important as what we are about to do.
think they would have liked this view.
Who would have liked it?
And you see he's looking down now, confusion in his eyes. I don't know. I keep getting flashes too, but I don't know. And whenever I do get it, I just feel sad.
My ghosts make me feel sad too. And she thumbs the ring that's hanging on her neck.
About this
Sure,
conversation, as everyone's given stuff, there's a bell that rings. Ding, 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 ding. We can come back to that moment another time, too. Which I love. And Zathera seems to be summoning everybody to the main room.
All right. I head there.
Trickle thank Nayland for the talk. Say, you were trying to cheer me up, and I hope I didn't bring you down.
No, nothing can bring down this old geezer. I hope that's the dinner bell. And she'll start walking towards the bell.
Right. Then, approaching all the way down to the library, you see Zathera there, and she seems to have all types of like plans and books set aside, as if she's prepared for a very big presentation here. And she goes, right, okay. Long story short, you've driven me insane. I'm tired of all of you. And we are making some changes. Understand? Never mind. You are people I can't... This glitch thing is interesting. First of all, I am still very interested in studying it. Love that you're here. But to say, it's not good for people to have nothing to do. Yes?
Yes.
Sure, okay.
Sure, right.
We are traveling, are we not?
Mm-hmm. And I have several cracked stone from this Jenga thing.
What is Jenga?
Oh, don't get me started. And then I look out of my
Guilty robot
room
face.
and I've got this man's depressing face looking out into the skies like he has lost something important. I cannot take it anymore. I know you've been through a lot. Do not get me wrong, please. But it is good to have things. I have research and such. Therefore, in some cases, you all need to start maintaining part of this castle. Or you may commission the intelligence to create you a wing to maintain. Understand?
A wing?
Yes, a room, a place, a. You understand what a room is, right, Beast Woman?
A
Do you
room?
know this? Tent of stone.
A tent?
Personal cave.
Oh.
That one. Thank you, patient. At any rate, there's many things that this can do, and it's good news. It has liked you, and you've stayed here long enough for it to attune to your various personalities, for better or for worse. And I hope that this would be good for all of you, I think, if you take this responsibility seriously.
You want us to hunt?
Hunt? No. Maintain. put it this way. There are many things that you could do. If you're interested in weaponry, you can make an armory, right? And then maybe, or we can trade these things as we go, or one of you could choose to maintain this library and get some of the auto functions up and working. Because if you're particularly religious, you can make a sanctuary. A smithy could be made if you so desire. Understand?
I desire a facility in which to continue our joint exercises as a team for training purposes.
This would be fairly within this. She kind of looks, she goes, I do have what we have plans for shucks, I see. She kind of looks through a master book a little bit. She's like, This is in we can get something like that working for a little bit more of the future. The castle doesn't like you enough yet. It's weird. But yeah. Tell you what.
I will endeavor to gather its favor.
There you go. Perfect. But there's several things you can go. Let's see here. There's a workshop, storehouse, smithy, sanctuary, library, a garden. Maybe you would like to snip.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah?
I will snip.
Oh, very good.
I'll handle the library.
I mean, if anything needs maintenance, you can let me know. I'm happy to.
Right. So in handouts, what I have given you is you can choose what special facility to maintain or create. That is your current list. And as things grow and you advance, your list might advance.
So is this something that would be shared among the variants? Or is it...
I think, why don't you just pick what your...
I
would say
Gotcha.
open book on that. If one variant wants to close the decision of another one and open a new one, I'd be totally fine with that.
Okay.
If variants want to trade later,
I understand.
fine. Yeah. Don't want to get too bogged down.
I will be interested in the smithy facility then.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you, this is what we're introducing is some Unearthed Arcana stuff. The Bastion rules that you might not even heard of, and it's fun if you don't. But I did link them, and the biggest thing to keep it very, I think, close, because we're not using necessarily the full ones, but in the link I put, you don't have to necessarily do the link now, but you can go ahead and that will be an action you can take within what you can have your thing do. If that makes sense. Because there's a lot of days of travel between places. So every so often I'll give you what's called a bastion action. And then you'll be able to choose, do one from your facility. But this is sort of the shortened version, so we don't spend a session reading or anything like that. But right now, see, Patient Whisperer, you had said what to me just now?
Smithy.
Interested, yeah, in the smithy. Also, you're saying we're not going to spend this reading. I was furiously reading.
I mean, you can read it at your own style. I'm not going to be like, now everyone read and give me your action at this moment. Is what I was going to not do. This was just a choosing, really. That works out pretty quick. And like I said, I mean, if you're like later, Matt, I read deeper, I really want to change this. I'm not going to be upset. This is just something to establish initially. Did you want the garden there, Nayland?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, if anyone else said something, my brain's not doing it. So, who wants to claim another one?
Titanium.
Do they have a sad room for Edric?
Library.
What did Titania do?
The library.
Library. What was Adric's?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Okay. Then is the one known as Kelly.
This is a weird character to choose something because I don't know if she's going to be capable of doing any of these things.
She doesn't. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you make a roll on most of any of it, so I wouldn't be too worried.
Maybe she can. Well, I mean, the smithy would make sense, but I think that's taken, right? So, what about
I would share if you wanted.
workshop?
What'd you say, Jackie?
What's a workshop? Like, is that like
Workshop, you do need an expertise and a skill. Do you have that?
I do, but I thought, okay, what exactly would what is involved in the workshop?
Perfect. Yeah, we'll look at that a little bit. We'll do a case study on the workshop. I'm good with that.
I mean, I just wanted to try to find her something she can do, and I don't know what a workshop means. In this game. That's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the order you give it is to craft, and after you spend an entire short rest in your workshop, you basically get advantage of your next roll. And if you into your craft order, they can make things for you. So workshop, things in it create items. Like a costume, a gaming set, a musical instrument, a bottle, spellcasting focus.
What about like? Oh, that's level 13.
This is level 5s. Yeah, this is basics.
Okay, I was looking like menagerie would make sense for her, but that's way down. Because it might help if I can, because I'm looking at these. Arcane Study makes no sense for her. Armory doesn't really make a lot of sense since she doesn't really use that. Barracks, I can't really see.
There are different types of gardens. I would probably do an herb garden, but there is a food garden which gives different benefits.
I'd be down for 2 gardens if we wanted to do that a little different.
But basically, it produces food like vegetables and mushrooms, which you can sell for every week for money. I don't know if that's something that Kelly's interested in.
She wouldn't be interested in selling it, but she could. It's so weird playing this character and looking at this list. I'll just put it like that. I think like my other 2 characters could probably find something easily.
Would she want a poison garden? Unless
Also
that's what
totally
he
fine.
was doing.
Like,
It's also totally fine if you want to do smithy stuff.
oh, but wait, that's a prerequisite fighting style feature. I don't have that. I was misreading this. I thought that meant okay. Never mind. Okay. What about maybe? Yeah, I think it would be funny if she ran a storehouse. I think that would be hilarious. So I'll just pick that. If I can't find something practical, I'm going to pick something funny. So let's do storehouse.
Learn about the magic of jars. That's the...
Perfect. And
Person with no concept of money.
The only thing left on here that he could even really do is armory, so I guess he'll do the armory.
Okay. Okay, so in that case, you can go off of the document later as a guide, but these essentially added rooms onto the castle where you can potentially find your things, and I think it'd be fun to think of at least one thing that is unique about your area, like what the Patient Whisper Smithy would be, or the Nailin Garden, and that type of stuff as you are doing these. And I would encourage you to even think of how that means your character, what they might have on them, and we can have some fun with this. There's ways you customize your walking castle. But very good. Yeah, but we see the level 5 ones are pretty basic, and then they get more interesting as they continue.
Tanya is already reorganizing the library, and now the books are going to be found based on how you feel and your emotion.
Okay.
So, and she doesn't even know, she's just looking at the title of the books and goes, okay, yeah, you go over to this one where happy is. Okay, you go to sad. Yeah, I'm gonna stick you with the mellow department.
This is like the what was that feeling hole?
The sensorium.
Yeah.
I say you'd see in PW's Smithy area diagrams of Simone's wing. His first project is making her a hidden blade to heighten her wing.
Perfect. All right. In that case, as we have time to begin figuring these out. The other day, I think, Edric, as you go to your usual place, at least for a little bit of time, you see on the rooftop, coiled around, an enormous serpentine creature. You have horns that spread like feathers up, long, what almost look like whiskers, and 4 white glowing holes of eyes that look down upon you.
Oh, hello.
Hello!
Yeah. Looks like I've got company today.
As this is happening, it moves as you say it, and all of you feel the castle sag and almost lose its sap as you feel something has landed up top. For everybody.
Stealthy running.
No, you're running.
What's what's your name?
Hmm. The brilliant eyes fix on you, and in a warm, slow voice that sounds as though it were coming from far away, says, "My old friend, how good it is to see you again."
What?
Rick just kind of puts his hand up to his forehead. All right. So you'll have to forgive.
Oh, more of you have come, friends. I've not seen you in such a long time.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. I'm terrible with names. Did you say what your name was?
I'm stealthing as hard as I possibly can.
My name. You have forgotten my name. But that is fine. Rena Snufra. Adric.
Uh-huh.
Oh, don't. Oh, well. Kelly! You remember your friend Rena Snufra?
Are you a god?
No. I'm a dragon.
A dragon? I see.
Yes. Oh. Is this our first time? Your first time?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah. This is when you meet me. Very good.
Do we meet again?
Well, logic would only dictate from what I've said, I suppose, which might have been too much. But hopefully not.
What is it you have come to us for?
Oh, of course. A second. What you've... what you asked for. Let's see. It's in the scales. And takes out from the scale a bag and turns the bag over. And there you see a what looks like almost like a medallion of a horned face with emerald eyes. Has an open mouth, as well as like this almost, it looks almost satyrish, the beard, and it has a chain around it.
We asked you for this. Patrick will look at the others. Anyone got a memory of this?
I think this happens in the future.
It seems so, but I'm starting to feel like past, present, and future are becoming less and less meaningful to me lately.
Have you never wondered what would happen if we all died at the same time? We may have all missed some number of events.
It's true as well, yes.
The important thing is this. Give this to the one who sees silver.
Silver.
Yes.
Haven't we all seen silver?
You will understand in time.
Okay. Where is silver now?
I haven't seen her lately. I guess thank you for. Hopefully, we would be more. We're not offending by being confused, but thank you for.
No. But real quick, sorry. Nayland, how is that garden going?
Oh, did I come up here? Okay.
I forget
Yes.
you came up.
Right. I had been drinking tea with Titania at the library, but I put that down as soon as there was a bang. And I came right up, and here I am. Oh, the garden is great. Would you like some tea?
Is it special number 5?
Oh, I'm not sure I've gotten up to number 5 yet.
Oh,
Probably
no,
not.
I didn't say anything.
Oh boy, I should go back to the drawing board.
Nope, I'll take an earlier edition. It's fine.
Well, I'm glad to know that sometime in the future I see some success. Okay, here you go.
Perfect. Well, it was great seeing you again. I first met you a few hundred years ago.
Did we know what was happening at that point?
Yes. You seemed to be quite insistent.
So, either we have discovered the truth, or the truth is yet to come.
Do we know what the thing on the chain does?
I'm sure you'll determine this in time. Well, in this case, I might be best if I leave. I'll see you. Again, I'm sure. Who knows when? By your standard.
And you're sure we're friends?
If you want, I would have cooked you.
How do we know you have not already done so in some previous interaction?
You don't.
Perhaps we have that to look forward to.
True. And maybe I do as well.
I love us.
And it beats its wings. And flies away.
All right. Who wants to hold on to this thing? We should just leave it in the castle?
For now, yes.
All right.
Do we think that, what's her name? I'm still bad with names. I feel like I just met you guys. Who's the lady that is in this castle with us? Maybe she can identify it for us.
Threya.
Zephyr? Yeah.
Yes, that's the one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for those of you keeping track, this was a female dragon. put the spelling of their name there in chat as well. Private.
Great.
And Nasupra.
Or perhaps maybe we could take this down to Titania's library. Maybe there's some references there.
I could also analyze it in the smithy.
I could break it open to see what's inside.
Maybe we shouldn't
That-
break open the gift that we were just given by the big dragon. I'm going to just put that out there. That we may not want to break it. We seem to think it was important 100 years ago. So, yeah.
Or 100 years from now. Time is not linear in this area, or any area we've been to thus far.
100 years in some direction.
I feel like I hear that a lot in this place.
Well, we can try researching it. I guess that's a good idea.
Okay. I will let you all go and stare at your scribbles.
Some of the
Can actually look
scribbles
at
are.
All right. Very good. So, anything in particular?
I was going to try to investigate or just look at the necklace that we obtained.
Sure. And give me an Arcana check if you want.
PW is so good at those, for sure.
Would you like to talk?
He's so good at them, he's also going to roll another dice. That's how good at them he is, you see. He definitely doesn't need to make all of them go together, because, you know, that would be a bunch of things to have to roll all at once. And it's this one. Oh, there we go. Okay. From the depths of the toilet.
What'd you get?
13. 17. Claw my way up there.
You can sense an immense amount of power here. It seems to have something to do with multiplying the arcane ability of someone.
Have I sensed an arcane ability in any of the others that seems to like harmonize with this, or is this just kind of like it could harmonize anyone's arcane powers?
It's hard. You do think it might have been made for something very specific?
Gotcha. Does its vibe give off any different changes when it's nearer one of us?
No.
Are we saying that it's currently amplifying someone's arcane ability or can amplify someone?
Can in a certain way. I would say that check 2, it's more powerful than anything you've come in contact with. So it is game testers understand it is a legendary item.
Ooh.
I can tell it is an artifact that substantially magnifies arcane power, a type of power that I do not possess. It is perhaps the single most powerful object I have ever seen.
And we have to give it to someone who sees silver.
Or Silver when she arrives.
If she sees herself.
I wonder what other types of people we know or are about to know or have known.
Well, you all said you wanted to look into this further.
Well, sure. I think we should head to the library.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
Hello.
Well, you really missed a hoot. That was a dragon.
Ooh, a dragon. What do you
Yeah,
want?
well, she gave us something, actually. It seems like we maybe wanted something from her in the past or in the future. It's pretty, well, we don't really know. But look.
I look, and then I will begin casting Detect Magic.
It is magical.
That is very magical.
These tests appear duplicative.
Oh my.
Should we try to see if it's in one of the books?
I don't think it would fit.
No, we're going to see if some of the scribbles in one of the books tells us something about it.
Very well. I will use my powers. I can interpret these scribbles for 1 hour. As I take out my rune for comprehend language.
Nice.
Yeah, we will attempt to explain the concept of sharing information across larger numbers of the group. But we're going to start with like memes.
And it looks like you've got this covered, Kelly.
Kelly starts with like fiction books. This one is about a dog named Spot.
That's in the
Run.
cheerful section.
So has Titania's new organization messed with the mummified individual that used to show us where things were, or can we still use that?
Nope, the Google still works.
Still works. Wonder if we can show the Google the amulet and see if it can direct us to something, or just describe it. Edric will go to the Google mummy and describe the amulet, see what it does.
Does point, and you're able to find a a book here that is covered in vines and has worked into its leather cover bones of, looks like probably avian creatures tied together and some sharpened into almost knife-like things that are attached to the book itself.
They attempt to. Sorry.
Well, what section of your library are we in now? Is this like the doom and gloom section, or is this the happy section?
That's the section I don't go to.
Okay, great.
Adric will attempt to carefully take it off the shelf without stabbing himself with sharpened pieces of avian bone.
Okay. Looking through it, seems to be an information from a place refers to as Chul. And as you investigate further, see different pictures. You see a picture of this next to what looks like a black hole. And in text, it looks like the black hole might be maybe like 1 to 2 feet in diameter. And it's an illustration that shows someone using it to make you think move the black hole around.
Okay. Interesting. He'll sort of maybe hand the book for the moment to Naylin if she wants to take it.
Oh, sure.
And he's gonna ask the mummy, Chul.
Okay. I think from here it can give you, it seems to be a plane. You're able to find a place, there's multiple information on it. Depends what you particularly want to look at.
I've never heard the name before. Just like, so it's a plane. Is
Mhm.
there a sense of where? It's a loaded question. Where it is,
Right.
Sort of like, what is it?
In
What
the
is what?
material? Or is it
Yeah,
like on the Outlands or?
Yeah,
seems to
like,
be
what's it?
it seems to be a world.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. So
Uh-huh.
on the prime material. Okay.
Mhm. And this is known as the Talisman of the Sphere.
The sphere being the black hole.
Makes sense.
Kind of like that.
Okay.
Is there in the picture? Is there somebody specific who is using the thing that we have to go find, or was it like a anonymous person could use it? Like in the book that we saw, there was somebody controlling the black hole.
Yeah. It's not someone you recognize.
Okie dokie.
Yet.
I guess Adric might also ask, not to say that we're going to use this at the moment, but just to ask, is there a way to get to Chul from where we are? Is there any known portals to the place?
Uh, I would say probably. I mean, after some time, there's definitely some in Sigil, but none that like are super close by.
Right. Okay. No, he was just wanted to know how. Yeah, just getting information. That's all.
Mhm.
Kelly will look up information about magical talisman in general with the hour she has left to read.
It's a nice amount of general information.
Like maybe it's a part of a set. I don't know.
Mm.
Who typically creates these things
Um,
based on the architecture?
you don't get much more than what you've all determined.
What about if we look? Oh gosh, the person who sees silver.
Yeah, I'll look up that.
Okay. There are no references in the library to such a being.
Son of a bitch.
As I slowly begin to lose the ability to read and then get angry and throw the book. This one's not working anymore.
It's all right. It's all right.
I put it in the broken pile.
Adric looks over. Why are there so many in that pile?
Kelly's been here a couple times.
Right. Okay. Sorry to think it's a miracle that Sathir lets us stick around.
Why I gave you jobs?
Yes. Right. Okay. Should I tell her that I've never actually built a piece of armor myself? The only thing on the list that made sense.
Maybe you could have questions in the library.
I picked the room to store food.
That was a good. I mean, maybe since obviously I'm going to assume it's not referring to someone who simply sees the metal silver or the color silver. What else could, and I mean, it could be our friend, but what other, let's face it, metaphysical type things could silver refer to? Does anyone have any
Vampires.
ideas?
Vampires. Werewolves.
Vampires? Werewolves?
Silver dragons.
Hmm.
Maybe it just
Oh,
means
okay.
their eyes are silver.
In that?
Ah. They only see silver.
Hmm.
Do
Wait.
all of you believe the dragon?
What if it's a sea called silver?
That's true. We didn't ask the dragon to spell it.
Why would that help?
Only because next time you cast your little reading spell, I'll explain.
Like, to answer your question, PW, not sure. I mean, we could either believe the dragon, we could not believe the dragon. I'm not sure it actually changes our course of action right now. Unless you're suggesting we get rid of the amulet.
If you believe the dragon, then eventually we will meet this person. So all we have to do is continue to exist.
Yes, and it seems like we would call upon them in some way when we know we need it, or else they don't deliver it. Is that correct?
It would seem to be.
Maybe we should call upon them now.
Do we know how to call upon the dragon again?
No.
I believe the dragon called upon us.
Well, next time we're 100 years to the northwest, we can reassess and see if we meet a dragon.
This might be incredibly dumb, but would we have reason to believe that silver has its like linguistic roots in Sylvadia?
Hmm.
We could consult the mummy.
Yeah.
I need a dictionary.
Another idea is we could fly to all of the gates to see if there are pre-rendered encounters.
Did old Kelly leave you a note?
You don't say anything about the metal, silver, and Sylvania.
Well, this one's a bust.
Too much. And nothing else in the library seems to turn up something about this. But that is those.
Do any of these worlds have any knowledge, or would they have reason to believe there are lots of silver in them? Mines.
Depends how much time y'all want to take to research. I would say today you used up probably your time to research here.
Okay. All right. Well, and are we currently heading in a direction?
Yeah, you're currently going to Funnel.
Okay. And how far away are we from there?
That is not
years?
That's not a question.
I realized that after I said it.
It's like 5 Baramies.
This is with my head.
But that being said, I think we're ready to arrive there.
Oh, so we get a long rest, right?
Yeah.
Do we also do any Bastion rolling, or?
So you do get a Bastion action.
Nice.
A bastion action.
And then you'd be able to. So this would count as 7 days.
Over those 7 days, Titania has casted snuck into Aelin's garden and casted plant growth.
What does that mean for my herbs?
She would have spent a day doing it, so. You cast spell over 8 hours, you enrich the land. All plants in a half-mile radius centered on a point within range become enriched for 1 year. The plants yield twice the normal amount of food when harvested.
Oh. Would that mean that that when I say harvest, my minion brings me 2 potions of healing?
Yes.
Oh, wow! Oh, Titania, you're going to heaven.
There is no heaven, but thank you. There's a mountain
Oh.
called Celestial.
Just some afterlife humor, you understand?
Ah, ha. I get
Alright.
it.
And actually, I'm going to give you to process this because it takes a long time to travel. To be about 21 days, so 3 bastion actions.
Wow, 2. Cool.
What are BP? Is that bastion points?
Yes. You can essentially process. And during the time, therefore, I think that means that, Kelly, you should net about 1,000 gold.
This Kelly with gold, okay.
The goal is to have the largest, shiniest pile.
Okay.
And there's all types of gear now that you could potentially have. Things that would be trade goods. So if there's some things you want.
What the types of stuff she would ask for? I mean, they'd be very, very not. I'm thinking like spears and like
Livestock.
water. Livestock. Can I put livestock in here?
You just buy things to hunt.
Yeah, and it's stuff to hunt them with.
Any other bastion and things?
Continue working on the secret wing blade for Simone.
I will pass out a potion of healing to all 4 of you.
So, when you say equipment, does that means non-living equipment? Is that correct? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Nayland, for the potion.
Yes.
Oh, of course, anytime, dear. Can't have you youngins croaking on me.
It's like a neck receptacle. It just gets like pushed in. It looks like it's a little self-applicator. Does Edric do anything in the armory?
I don't think the armory does anything unless we're being attacked. Like it lets us have better equipped defenders. That proves to be all the armory does. So maybe I should not have chosen that.
Yeah.
There's no actions, as far as I can tell.
It says it can stock armor, shields, weapons, munitions.
But it doesn't say it doesn't say that in terms of you get these things. It's our defenders are harder to kill now.
This is the RTS upgrade building. It does not produce units. It only increases everyone by +1.
Yeah. So
Yeah. The big thing is if you give orders here, you can also give a maintain order. But if you give the orders, you get the bastion points, it says. And so you'd
Okay.
want to keep track of your bastion points that you get from giving your orders.
Oh, wow. Okay.
so
Because you
should-
can spend those to get magic items.
All right. So how often do I do an order?
Everyone's getting 3 right now.
So I'll just roll that 3 times then.
Yeah, so this would be about little. So we were saying this was 21 days of travel.
So do I just bank these points, or
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep a little notepad.
Yeah. So for your, those who haven't obviously haven't had time to read the whole thing, but you can get a common item for 20 bastion points, an uncommon for 70, and then a rare for 250. But you have to be level 9 to get a rare.
It's going to be a while before we can get any of those. So
I'm just
that's
gonna
fair.
write down what to roll later.
Cool.
Okay. No, you may not share bastion points.
I assume these go between the variants.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we essentially our own hirelings?
So in here, I was going to have one thing I was going to give you work on is to determine what type of automatonic things are in your individual wings
Oh, cute.
to do the work. They look like how
I
they
will
are.
be a judgy robot if you abuse this privilege.
I feel like the store is more like an obstacle course where if you walk in, it triggers a trap that shoots an arrow at your head. And if you survive, you get like a free pot or something.
They teach life lessons as well.
Nedrick starts going into the storeroom just to run it as an obstacle course every now and again.
This is the trading room.
It's
People
closest
you
thing to
wanted.
its closest thing to the danger room.
You want a free,
The PW wanted.
if you want a fur coat, there is a bear in the back room.
No, fur doesn't look good on me.
All right, processing that. We'll go. Let's go ahead and take our break slightly early, and then we'll come back to the next part of this.
I also suspect that bear is Titania.
Grr.
Hey. Getting everybody back.
I'm here.
Present.
Here.
I'm so happy about it. We will get going. The call of wildlife echo through a region where varied types of wilderness meet. You see forests, savannas, rocky deserts, mangrove swamps, tundras, and more form a wild patchwork. A faint ribbon of smoke leads to a collection of temporary structures that form a modest trading camp amid a sparse woodland. As you draw closer, the eyes of your Mimir glow green.
I'm going to take a good look at our surroundings here, see if there's anything. Are we like in a clearing, or is there like a forested area here?
You're coming into this sparse woodland, and you can see, though, everywhere around there is, like I said, tundras, and then there's dry deserts, all types of terrain.
Ah, this is much better. I'm gonna see if I can find any tracks of anything nearby. Anything big.
Alright. Currently, you do have, you do see what seems to be like the small sediment ahead,
Oh, yeah.
but there are, you want to make a survival check?
16.
Okay.
Titania becomes behind Kelly and goes, "We follow you, my queen." And at the same time, she conjure animal and creates 8 wolves. And then she transforms into a giant wolf.
Okay. Did we see any like tracks before we head toward this camp?
There are tracks everywhere.
Anything big? I mean, like
Yeah, a lot of big tracks.
what a big thing. Okay. Anything I recognize? Let me put it like that.
Yeah, you see elephant and tiger. You see enormous hyena. What looks like a goose that could be the size of a house track. Even bunnies that look like they're leash size, as well as saber-toothed tigers. What seem to be some type of lizard that has grown large.
Are you all ready to meet these people?
If we said no, would it make a difference?
Yes. We don't have to meet them. In fact, I am less interested in them than these tracks.
Can you communicate with animals?
Yes.
One of many? We could
Yes.
ask animals where the gate is.
That is true. Do we see any animals other than the wolves that are following us?
No animals seem to be following you.
Would it be totally ludicrous if we thought maybe the settlement was the animals?
Can we see anything from here? Anybody moving around?
Like near the settlement, you said?
Yeah.
Nayla's curious if they're humanoid or if they are animals.
Sorry, Nayla's curious what I kept missing that. I'm sorry.
If the settlement is for humanoid creatures or if the settlement is of like animals.
You actually looks like it's a mixture of both.
Oh.
You can see just on the edge as you are through, there seems to be anthropomorphic animals that
Oh.
move and talk and are moving around with humanoids and others.
This is incredible.
Perhaps you should refrain from hunting anything that you are not sure is not a sapient creature.
I am not hungry.
A good enough reason on its own.
I'm most interested in this town now.
All right, let's head to the town then.
All right. As you approach, you see a small population of humanoids, but mostly just all types of animals. A rabbit doing business. And it is like, I don't know if in a way it moves, but in the same way it is a bunny. It is a huge bunny, regular bunny, that is talking like, yeah, the other day I was like getting the biggest carrot. It was crazy. And the elephant like kind of steps up, but is still fully elephant. These aren't like the type of like mid-range things or animals that have intense intelligence. So they are talking, and it's made amid simple structures. There's a wood palisade. And you see people are trading and bartering for survival basics. The camp itself is unguarded. But then you do hear a really hearty, "Hello, travelers!" And you look and you see a giant sloth wearing a bracelet of claws and feathers. The creature dangles from a nearby tree and waves a three-clawed paw. Fresh faces always welcome in Camp Greenbrier. Razik! What's your name?
I am
Edric.
one of many. They call me Warrior Kelly.
Ooh.
I'm Naylin.
Patient whisper.
All right. Oh. And you, sir? No? Oh.
I forgot. you were
Oh,
a
we'll get that out of you. Stay here long enough. Oh. No, don't be upset, my sad friend. This is great. Well, welcome.
Kelly heard Titania say, we are the pack of one of many. We have no name."
I think these wolves have taken a liking to me.
Oh, they usually take a licking.
I do not understand.
Hmm. Everyone's a critic. Anyway, welcome to Farnell. I am glad to to meet all of you. What brings you here?
Well, we came because we hear of a gate.
Yes.
We want to find this gate.
Of course. Are you traveling to the Beast Lands?
Yes.
You are.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, and all is good. I'm about a mile away from here.
I own a store.
Ooh, do you have goods to trade?
Yes. Can I set up trade with your stores?
Of course. It'd be great to have outside goods here. It's been quite... Be careful out there, though. It's, shall we say... We have many different laws here.
Laws?
Groups, people who have influence. You might see around, this used to be a vast, enormous city. And it has been... it got a bit too wild for its own good and was swallowed by the beastlands themselves. Now we are somewhat rebuilding, but building anew. And things have split into 3 packs.
What are those?
Oh, there's the Heart Delta. They seek to control, of course, and that's most of the herbivores are there. And of course, there's the predators and the flyers.
And what are they like?
Well, the flyers, you could say, they're more... want to make it more like the other gate towns, where there's trade and they leverage their unique abilities.
And the predators?
Oh, more... I guess you could say they're about embracing the wild skills, becoming proud and powerful. And of course, they are the herbivores who more seek where a new fauna, where those of us who become sapient overcome instinct and live communally.
Do you have a preference?
Me, I have not sworn allegiance. I find myself operating here at camp and find it best that this camp remains neutral. Do be careful. There are poachers about. They seek to grab thick animal hide and do not care if what they hunt can think and feel or is a beast itself.
Yes. Even their name makes me feel anger.
We call them the Vile Hunt.
Must we align ourselves with one of these 3 to go into the Beastlands?
No, not at all. Just go a mile that way, you'll find it.
But would it be wiser to speak to them first?
Um, thinks for a moment. I mean, I don't know why.
I'm just
get-
curious.
I mean, none control the gate so far.
Ah. I see. And if we wanted to find these three groups, where would we go?
Well, Delta is a few miles that direction. Go spireward for Razortooth Rock. And quite a few hours, you'll see the tall trees that make up Egozeri.
You could also attempt to engage in trade with these other factions.
I'm not so sure. I'm not sure the predators would be as interested in trade. But I am curious to meet them. They are the ones in the Razorback? Go ahead.
The Predators?
Yeah.
Razorback. Razortooth Rock.
Razortooth Rock, okay. I think I cut somebody off earlier.
You said that the previous funnel got sucked into the Beastlands?
Yes.
So, but it got too big. Why would that cause it to get sucked into the Beastlands?
Not too big. Too wild.
Oh, so it became too much like the Beastlands.
Indeed. Too primal. It's almost a city of the hunt itself.
What is wrong with that?
Nothing. But the Beastlands wanted it for its own.
Oh.
The gate towns we visited before, they all need to somehow differentiate themselves from the layer they're near, or at least that's what we were told. They get too much like them and they cease to be, so they need to keep an identity a little bit separate.
I think I understand.
Yes. The one, I've heard it said, the whole point of ideals is to aspire, not to become.
Interesting.
I would like to meet some of these groups. And are they in the Beastlands or outside of the... They're outside, right?
They're in... Okay.
Oh, they're
outside. They're outside the Beastlands. They're in Farnell.
Okay, gotcha.
So Beastlands is the plane. You would leave the Outlands.
Mm-hmm.
Be in a whole nother plane of existence.
Mm-hmm.
This Farnell is where all these are. This is for Farnell factions.
All right, gotcha.
So
yeah,
like
it didn't
on
help
the
that we
map.
kept on calling
Yeah.
this the Beastlands
Yeah.
instead of Farnell.
Okay, now I get it.
Several
I get
times
it.
in our pre-conversation, so why there's a little confusion.
Okay, so in that case, I would like to meet these groups in Farnell.
Well, adventure at your own risk. And again, if you can, to me, don't be a murderer, please.
That should not be a problem.
Are you not able to easily detect murderers with your enhanced sense of smell, taste, hearing, and eyesight.
Were you asking?
Oh, just the representative we were talking to before.
Oh, I mean, we do. We look at that. We just. You, of course, could punish. But, again, we don't have a ruling class just yet.
Okay. Maybe we could look around your city. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just sort of wondering, is there like wildlife around here that's, like not conversational like you?
Probably.
What do you all eat besides the people who only eat plants? If you don't want to be murderous, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yes. I believe they do find truly beast-like creatures.
Ah, all right. Sorry, okay, thank you.
I was just thinking we could look around here, learn more about this place before we venture out.
Sure.
Well, it does. If the pattern remains, the Mimir's going to ask us to describe the gate town. So we haven't really done that with purpose at the previous two, but maybe it's worth exploring so we can, I don't know, better describe it when the time comes.
Yes. Do you have a place where your people meet and share things
Here,
right here?
Camp Greenbrier, yes.
So they said it's neutral ground, so this must be a place where members of the other factions can meet or exchange things.
To answer your question, so Nayland, was it?
Oh, yes.
We hunt in those who hunt in the Beastlands themselves. Here in Fanal, everything you see has an intelligence.
Ah, that is good to know. All right, thank you.
that
Even the
does not-
plants.
Oh, especially the plants. Be careful.
Oh gosh, okay.
What do you hunt and eat?
Some hunt each other. And then there's hunting in the Beastlands themselves. Those are more savage creatures.
And it's illegal to hunt in Fanel?
I mean, if you kill my friend, I might want to kill you.
I see.
We have no law, so to speak of.
It sounds like you do.
Not one. No, just revenge.
Yeah,
Oh.
the killing the person who killed your friend just seems like a common thing that someone would want to do. It doesn't have to be a law to dictate that.
No, perhaps I
Oh.
misunderstood.
Can I insight check Adric? That was quite a statement. That was kind of serious. Can I roll something on you, Adric?
Sure, I don't know
great.
which one to roll.
Well, that was bad anyway. That
I
was
mean,
a 14.
this is you get the sense of as Adric was desperately trying to translate for the sake of Warrior Kelly what it is the sloth was saying.
Gotcha. You said it with such oomph, it sounded like you would throw down for your friends, which is kind of nice, but also you've been worrying about your inner turmoil, so...
Well, and this Nayland hasn't viewed him that much, but yes, the previous Nayland knows, yes, Adric absolutely does that. He started a couple fights.
Wow, this one will really tear you apart.
It's an interesting cycle here. I like it. But since we are likely to get hungry at some point, perhaps we should make haste in our efforts.
So where would you like to head to?
And if I understand correctly, when they say this is a camp, I picture in my head a bunch of tents are being set up, not buildings, but it was described as structures earlier. So I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, so like basic structures. So some more permanent than tents, but not like brick and mortar.
Okay, all right.
Right. So I don't know, like because
I was thinking
log cabins can be considered a camp.
Okay.
Right. So
would they have things like pubs or?
I mean, they're more of an outdoor alcohol establishment.
Gotcha. Okay, that helps.
But
All right.
they have like lean-tos and stuff like that. Some a bit more. So it's a mixture.
How
Well,
do they make the log cabins if the trees are sentient?
that's a good question.
Maybe they got them from the Beastlands.
Yeah, imported from the Beastlands.
I don't like your questions.
How did you skin?
Edric starts looking very carefully at the grass under his feet and desperately trying to walk around any particularly big plants.
He actually goes on. He's like, the plants. I mean, they're more. Let's put it this way: beasts are more like people, as you understand them, humanoids, and plants are more like beasts.
Ah. It must be so strange for you to have to explain this to us, but we appreciate it.
Indeed.
Kelly, your non-sentient goods may have a receptive audience here.
My non-sentient goods.
The stuff from the storeroom, Kelly. The stuff from the storeroom.
Oh,
Not the traps, although maybe those also will be popular.
yes. Yes, we can try to establish trade with the animals here.
Do we want to go check out the camp here first?
Yes.
I'm not super stoked about going to see the predators, I'll be honest.
I kind of want to meet the predators. They sound
Yeah, well,
the
that
most...
checks out for you.
Well, no, they just sound the most comfortable being who they are.
Yep.
As long as who they are is not devouring new people they have just met, that sounds acceptable.
I think you're probably safe, PW. Unless some of them have figured out how to start eating metal.
I have not seen any automata versions of wild creatures around. I'm not sure if they would be popular.
Ah, but I could make some for the store.
It may serve as an interesting novelty, as it is an inedible item.
Edric will start walking towards the camp.
Yeah.
Which camp? The
Green,
the green,
The
the one
neutral.
we're sort of at to look around the.
the camp you're at. You're walking towards
Yes.
the camp you're currently at. I see. So,
Well, I didn't know if we
Like
were
at the
actually
trade square.
in it, in the center of it, or if we were
Gotcha.
if he grabbed us before we got quite to it.
okay, yeah. So to be clear, the factions are outside of camp.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. All right. What types of things you want to get into? It's very sparse, like very much a trading camp. So it's not like, I mean, there's goods, there's some goods and stuff, but depends on what you're looking for.
I'd be heading toward seeing who's doing trade here.
Yeah, if they have stalls or stands.
All right. I will tell you. And if you do plan on leaving, I'd be happy to accompany you to make sure that they know that you are welcome in the Beastlands.
Oh,
I
yes.
serve as a bit of a messenger between all of the tribes. I
That's-
just-
Oh boy.
Thank you.
Yes. We will take you up on that offer.
So you see here, there's a lot of bone weapons that have been fashioned. Some people looks like they are harnessing almost some boats that look like they have like a little bit piece of metal within them. and really just a lot of goods you might find like in the player's handbook and that type of stuff.
I would love to stock up on some daggers.
Oh yeah. Say these are all the daggers here are bone, but like I said, they are the bones themselves gleam and are just as sturdy and deadly as a metal one.
Very nice.
However, you can mark this because of their lightweight, because of things with their construction, they can be thrown twice as far in both short and long are doubled.
Oh,
Of the daggers.
Are these considered magical in any way?
No.
Okay.
Just constructed for far throwing.
I'm gonna trade my great club. Wait. Do they have a version of a great club here?
A giant femur.
Yeah, they do. Like you can trade out to get a giant femur.
All right.
It would be a great club.
And maybe I don't know what would a whip look like here.
Cosmetic. Dried intestine.
Oh God.
Nice.
Nice.
I will trade my whip for that.
Dried, coiled, and wrapped.
Do they only take trade for like stuff, or do they want like gold also?
They'll
Like, will
take
they
gold as well. It's a trading post, so you could trade goods or gold.
The funny thing is, I picture Kelly just puts down the weapon and picks up the one of theirs and just walks to the next thing.
Yeah.
Puts down her weapon, takes theirs.
That's like changing skins in the game. It's cracking me up. Like, let me reskin this, please. Thank you.
Are prices about the same as the normal prices?
Yes.
Great, thank you.
Adric is actually fascinated by this, so if they've got he's curious if they have a version of a longsword. He's just sort of curious to pick it up and see how it.
Oh yes.
Just to see how it handles.
Yeah, and they have a large incisor that they've.
Oh.
Carved.
Huh. What kind of? If I may ask, who was the original owner of this large tooth?
That would be a Tyrannosaurus.
What?
Tyrannosaurus.
You have a
major, large village. Lizard.
You have a T-Rex.
Beastlands.
Yeah, actually, Adric will go ahead and get that. He'll just purchase it, have an extra. So he thinks it is the coolest thing ever.
So I have a magic great axe. Would they reskin it for me?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm all about it.
For my whip, does that mean it doubles in its range?
Not for the whip so much, no.
Okay,
It's just a special dagger thing.
gotcha.
You got 8 wolves chewing on your whip, though.
I was gonna say, it comes with its own rawhide smell.
Probably chewing on it too.
Adric will, while everyone else is looking, he'll probably chat up the guy a bit about how it's sharpened, and he's just being right on the edge of annoyingly asking questions about it because he's fascinated.
Absolutely. I think get on to that.
And I open up my mouth and to let them inspect it. Can you replace my teeth with animal teeth?
They pause for a moment and they look at each other. She's serious. I think she's serious, yes. Maybe. Yeah. Give us time. I have a hammer.
Oh God.
Well, because I
Go
can
get that
find-
glue.
What is glue?
Oh, it just makes things stick.
I wanted to grow them
Oh,
because when I bite, I think it would break off if they are stuck.
oh, no. Where is it? No, honestly, I'm not sure. I don't know how to do that. Though I'm sure deep in the Beastlands there might be something, but I've not figured that one out.
Now we figured out what the glue is for in TNT to make dentures.
Can you imagine we can hunt a tyrannosaur?
Can you imagine that I could stab the tyrannosaur with the tooth of a tyrannosaur?
I think that is wonderful.
Almost makes me want to go through the portal, but we'll have to see how much trouble we get into on the way there. Hopefully not much.
Yeah. They have basically equivalents of healing potions, common, that type of stuff. That's all of you.
BW was going to pick up some like Maul Ninja grade bone weapons, like a little ninja stars and like throwing darts, essentially for his burdens of that. And was also going to see specifically if they had any form of like brass knuckles, but bone knuckles made out of actual knuckles. It was like Silver would be very interested in such a product.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll locate those items.
I kind of look at those gloves that the sloth was wearing, like those claw ones. Where did you get those?
I think the sloth just had claws.
Oh, I thought it was like gloves.
Oh, it's three-clawed paw.
Oh.
Look at me. I was born with this lovely
Can
hand.
I have that?
No. They do wear a bracelet of claws and feathers.
That's what it was. Okay, I got mixed up.
Okay. So this? Ooh. This is... I guess from who I used to be.
Oh.
I'm from Old Funnell.
Where's that?
When it was swallowed up.
Oh, the other. Oh, I see.
And it was a type of keeper. I helped the wild creatures stay. Those who hadn't acclimated themselves, and even those who have, they can have a hard time. Well, let's just say it was a very different place.
Were you always a sloth?
Oh, yes. Yes. That's why I say someone else. I just had a different job. That's all.
Is it possible for us to meld ourselves with animalistic features?
I mean, a lot of things can happen if you have the right magic, I guess. I mean, this helps me get off the more awful creatures and communicate to those who haven't learned the language yet. Calm them down. This aids me in my civic duties long ago.
Do you and actually Adric turns to Warrior Kelly. Do you want to? Have you wanted to change yourself for a long time, or is it just being here?
I don't know. I've always wondered if I'm already part beast.
Interesting. Guess we can keep that in mind if we find anybody who can help you, if that's what you want.
I don't think there's anything like wrong with it. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I'm just curious because I mean, there are birds with like talons, And then you've got like beasts with like big fangs, and then you've got like cats with claws. I guess I'm just saying that like not all beasts look the same. So
That's true, but
what is wrong with the way you are now?
No,
if you
it's,
already are part beast.
Well, you're right. I might be just enough. But I wonder if I have some type of link or heritage. Because and I kind of show off my fangs, which are a little bit more prominent than typical humanoids.
Got it.
So did you want to make those larger, or did you want to get rid of them when you asked the...
I wanted more of them.
Ah, okay. I guess I haven't had a chance to... Do you often bite people in battle?
Yes.
Oh.
You mentioned vampires earlier.
Not a vampire. For one, it is daylight.
Ah, yes. That does make sense.
But I can prove it if you would like me to bite you.
Oh, I think I'm okay. But that's so sweet of you to offer. All right. Anyway, want to go check out the birds?
If you would like to start there, yes. I thought we could start with one and make our way to all three.
That sounds like a good plan.
Personally, I would like to meet these beasts, but I am also interested in, the predators, but would also like to meet the flyers and the herbivores.
Well, I can take you to that pack if you'd like.
Well, which is closest?
The birds are the furthest. The herbivores would be the closest, but other ones aren't too far from them.
Okay. Well, maybe we start with the herbivores, then the predators, then the birds.
Great.
Adric will look down at the wolf. Did you want anything before we left?
Which one? There's 9 of them.
Yeah, he watched to see which one
They'll look
Titania
at
turned into and took note of what that one looked like. So he's looking at that one.
She just shakes her head.
Okay. I'll roll a perception check if you want me to see if Adric can keep track.
Kelly will pet the wolf.
We should hunt.
I do have to cast a spell in order to understand you, just so you know.
Titania don't know that. She thinks you can talk to animals all the time.
She says she wants to hunt.
Oh. Then yes, I like this wolf.
All right. But Heart Delta it is.
You may want to hold down the hunting urges while we visit the herbivores. Adric just offers that as a...
I just realized that we like to hunt. Let's go to the herbivores.
Adric is like, let's simmer down on that for the moment.
That is an advanced negotiating tactic. You may wish to hold on to it for later.
It does make sense to go to them before we get hungry, though.
Because we are so good at negotiating.
I wonder if they have any lines.
I'm excited for when we get to the flyers, because Simone is going to love it. She's going to go crazy when we get there.
Maybe we saved them.
All right. So you want to go into the jungle to find the herbivores.
We did not pick up the Law of the Jungle book either.
From ahead comes the sound of voracious snapping. punctuated by frantic, laugh-like vocalizations. The source is a band of gnolls, messily consuming the slain carcass of a giant ibex.
I know it said not to hunt, but they are hunting. Can we hunt the gnolls?
You see, your friend here just is kind of shaking.
Are you okay?
Adric will walk up and put himself, as they're walking in the group, between the sloth and where the gnolls are, and just keep the pace there.
So I think Kelly is going to go ahead and take out her whip of intestines and just have it ready.
Amazing. My goodness gracious.
You know, if they hunt us, then we can fight them.
Or?
All right. As you approach, they go, smile hungrily, and immediately go to pounce and attack.
Oh.
Great.
Yes.
Roll initiative.
I was getting
I
ready to
remember-
insult them to instigate them.
Adric says under his breath, I didn't start this one, all right?
Matt, do you want my 8 wolves to go on my turn after me?
Yep.
Lauren.
Oh yeah, there's 9 of us. Titania's a wolf too right now, so 6.
Just throwing a handful
Jesus.
of dice at Matt.
Even with my big bonus, that's terrible initiative. Oh well.
All right, I got an alien, I got an Adric. Oop, just saw a patient. There we go.
You got mine?
Good question. Yes, I got Kelly the Barbarian.
Didn't get Titania?
I don't think I have Titania. I don't have Titania Sealy Court.
Weird, I got rolled an 18.
You got it. Things have been a little sketchy today, in general. So, there we go. Look at that.
Ooh.
That 8 wolves?
9 wolves, because Titania's a wolf.
Okay. Out of here.
An army of wolves. That's a fox.
I could think of it. I was like, remember this in Baldur's Gate? Like, they're going to try to eat us.
Well, I just got this whip.
You know what? I'm gonna do all the little wolves except you. You and Big Big.
Oh, nice. Good idea.
The thing is, I still have more wolves. Let me get some markers for you guys.
Adric will look at Warrior Kelly and be like, you know, these things might just try to eat the whip. I don't know if... Yeah, just keep an eye out for that.
That's what I am hoping they do.
Hey,
Players are yellow.
All right. So see, patient. You get to lead off.
Yeah, it's nat 20 initiative. That's a good word. Which null is the closest? It's a little bit hard to
You.
tell.
Probably this one.
Okay, over there. Okay.
I'm gonna make them blue for you guys.
Sweet. Yeah, I will.
This one that doesn't want to stand up.
Yeah, that works out. Yeah, I will take a shot. Now, having advantage on initiative, that wouldn't change anything about my first attack roll, would it?
No.
Okay. So, do the thing that I never end up having to do, but I will use my bonus action to steady my aim. That gives me an advantage on the next attack roll on this turn. I will fire off a psychic shot.
Got it.
For a 25.
That'll hit.
Okay. Enemies blue, you guys yellow, wolves red.
Nice. Because that was advantage, that gets sneak attack, yeah?
You got advantage on that one? Oh, could you do
Yes, because of bonus action, yeah.
Yes, it
Alright,
does.
so 22 total psychic damage.
Nice.
And then I will take my movement. I'll try to move towards the right to open up a lane for the horde of wolves I'm surrounded by.
Nice.
How far you want to move?
I would like to move 20 feet to the right.
Up it or just to the right?
Yeah, just so that there's enough space for 2 wolves to run abreast between me and
You really need to
Titania
move
Wolf.
up, Ken.
That works.
All right. In that case, 3 of the nose release 6 arrows, all at patient whispers.
Whoa!
A bunch of them were just bouncing off his metacashes, but one hitting and severing wires for 5 piercing damage.
Rude.
And Naylan.
Alrighty. Let's see. That group of gnolls in the back, or like the blue people. I think they're all gnolls.
Oh, no.
All no.
Can I get, how many of them can I get in a 20-foot cube? Well, I guess I don't really care. I'm gonna try and get as many as I can in a 20-foot cube. I need a dex save from all of them.
4.
4, here we go.
Is this a lasting effect or one time?
A lasting effect.
I'm gonna put it on the board.
What's the save?
15 dex save.
You got it.
You know what? I'm just gonna lay it on their heads for now.
All right, they all are affected.
Great, I've cast fairy fire on them.
Okay, so they're all fairy fired. So they should be marked more individually.
You know what?
Yeah.
You don't have to be a dick about it.
All right. Anything else, Naylan, as they glow silver?
They're glowing. And I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about my double range on my. So I'm going to just make sure I'm 40 feet away from them.
From these ones?
Yes.
Or all of them in general?
Well, I'd like to be 40 feet from one of them. So if I'll move forward, but I can stay where I am as well. I just want to be within 40 feet.
You got it. Titania.
Woo, there you go.
Thank you.
You and your wolves. You're muted, Josh.
My bad. So me and 4 of the wolves will swarm the end guy on the left. Or your guys' yep, that one. And then 4 of the other ones will swarm the other end guy.
And 4 over here?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
So
Okay.
5 on that guy. And then 4 on the other one.
One who won't stand up yet.
Yep. And then so I'm gonna start making attacks.
And I'm not
where's-
worrying about flanking because I'm assuming they have packed.
Yep. This first one is going to be 9 plus 4 is 13 to hit.
That hits. No, sorry, that misses.
Misses. Okay. Well, it's just one attack, so Second one is a natural 20.
Oh.
17 plus 4 is a 21.
Yep.
3. And then a 16.
That hits.
It's because 3 hits. And the last one's going to be a miss. So 2 hits, 1 crit on that guy. I'll roll that right now.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's going to be 25 plus 6, 31 damage to that gnoll.
Okay, so that was the one Patient Whisperer actually was doing, so that one is gone. Torn asunder.
Perfect. And then the other 4 will attack. So that's going to be a 22 on the first one. Second attack's a 14.
Miss.
Okay. That's a 21. And then the last one is a natural 20. So 3 hits on this one. 2. So that is going to be, low rolls. 16 plus 6, so 22 damage.
Nice.
And that's all there was turns.
Got it, Kelly.
Wait, I don't see any blue markers.
Are they?
There's
There's that one, and then the yellow guy rings.
maybe
The guys in the orange rings.
Oh, the orange ones are. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought they
They're
were
verified.
yellow for. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so I'll go up to the orange crew there then.
All right, we got 40 feet.
Oh, I've got a bonus action rage, I should say, so that I can get there.
Get up to this guy.
There we go.
All right. Okay, so I get up to him. I'm going to go ahead and do an attack. Do reckless, and that is
Fairy Fire gives advantage anyway, right?
Yes.
So do you need to do that?
You don't have to.
I don't have to, but sometimes it's better depending on like op attacks and stuff.
Gotcha.
So I will. Okay, I'm sorry. That was 15 plus 9. That's
24.
24. 24.
Hits.
All right. So that one will do because I used my whip on that. So that does 15 pierce. No, yeah, slashing. 15 slashing.
Nice.
And I will go ahead as part of the attack. I will do a grapple check on them. That is a nat 20 plus a 8.
They just got an 18.
All right. So therefore, I now grappled them, and I want to swing them at the guy right next to them, using them as a weapon.
Okay.
So that is. Let's see. That's a 18 to hit.
That hits.
All right. So the one I'm grappling takes another 10 damage, while the one I hit will take 8.
The one you're grappling is bloodied.
All right. And I think that is gonna be it. Yep, that's everything. So that's where I'll end.
Okay. When you're grappling, viciously swings at you with its glaive. You've got a 17 to hit.
Oh yeah.
And a 23
23 what?
to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
All right, so that is 5 and 5, 10. You're raging, so half to 5.
Okay.
And Adric.
Do any of them look like they're the pack leader?
Right now, they just all look.
Are any of them within 30 feet of me? I know how far back I am.
How close?
Within 30.
Yeah, like, is there anything I can get up to with regular movement? Was that a no?
Yeah, it was a no. Sorry.
Okay. All right, then I guess we'll burn this now. So he's going to move up 30. Can I use a dash action and then action surge to attack?
Yeah.
All right, so he's going to dash. He was going to put himself basically right in the middle of those three, behind the one that Kelly's got grappled.
Yep.
And start swinging. Yeah, basically he's going to jump like into their meal, basically. He thinks to himself...
Don't play with your food, Adric!
Adric thinks to himself, this is for you, previous Naylin, thinking about when she stormed across the cake. And, yeah, he'll go for the one, I guess, directly in front of him, the one furthest back.
Okay, yeah.
Let's go for that one. And these aren't very far, so this is an advantage, right?
Yep.
That's going to be a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Second one is a 19 to hit.
That as well.
All right. So, do I want to use... Yeah. We'll burn a superiority die to make this a... Let's see... goading attack. So Adric basically really stomps in the prey right in front of him to make the guy angry. And that is going to be 10 is 22. Yeah, that's 22 slashing damage.
Nice.
And it's a DC 16 wisdom save for the goading attack.
19.
Okay. That just means he doesn't have to attack me. He probably will anyways.
All right, is that it?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Then these three are going to go ahead and swarm here.
You mean the three that aren't being grappled?
Yeah, and they will stay. The ones that are 10 feet away will stay that distance away. Because they already use their glaives here.
Three movements beforehand. 5 of all them, so this one's what it's got.
Alright, so. Perfect. Okay, so that is a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Then a 24 to hit.
Yep.
A 21 to hit.
Yep.
A 12 for a miss. Another 21.
Yep.
Jesus.
Miss and a 19. Okay. It's 4 hits. Out of that group. So that's at least, let's resolve that to get that out of the way. So that is oof. $31 slashing damage. Then as they're all like growling and moving, and they're going to go ahead and goad each other on, give them all themselves, 3 of them at least, an extra attack. 18 for miss, I believe.
Yep.
24 to hit.
That hits.
All right. The other miss, so another 11 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then bonus attack to the one that has Kelly. 19 to hit Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So that's 13 halved to 6. And then we got the one that was just absolutely swarmed by wolves. It's going to hit a wolf.
Yep, and I'm sure the wolf dies. Probably. Maybe.
Yeah. 15 to hit.
Yes, it will hit.
8.
It's not dead.
All right. Goes to strike again. And 9 for a miss.
Yeah, that will miss.
All right. Case. Patient Whisper.
Okay, can I see? I think I can see Adric getting crap slashed out of him.
Yeah, he's over here just hiding by some bones.
Cool. I am going to. So that guy that has the second black ring, that was for which effect?
Grapple.
They're grappled by Kelly.
Gotcha. Okay.
Kelly's using them as a pinata stick.
Okay. Then I will take aim at the orange ringed one that is to the left of Kelly. So it's kind of near the side of that little vertebrae.
The one that's not in 5 feet of Adric.
Correct.
The one that's 10 feet from Adric.
All right, let's go.
That was 18.
18 will hit.
18 total psychic damage. And then bonus
Bloody.
action, I will shoot at the same one.
Very good.
That is a 15.
Hits.
Sweet. That is 8 psychic damage. No sneak attack twice in a turn. So, and then I will move on the grid. I think it's like 15 feet to the left.
Left?
Yeah. Thank you. And that is it.
Kill off Matt, or is he dead? I missed it.
What?
Did he kill him?
No.
Okay.
All right, we got at least this one that's by the wolves. It's going to go ahead, swing around with its glaive. $14.
Hits.
All right, that is 10 slashing damage.
Is that to that injured one, I'm guessing?
No, this is a different one.
Okay, then that one will be up still.
Okay. And then 14
Hits.
for 4.
Goes down.
Okay.
Okay, baby.
All right. Art department, help me out. There's one other that's got to take its move. We're at the top of the round.
He's the guy way in the back over here with the bow and arrow.
Okay, nice. So then go ahead and fire 2 arrows at Kelly. 17 to hit.
Yep.
And 8 for a miss. So the first arrow is 10 halved to 5. And then it's going to have the one that was by the other injured wolves. The ones that were first injured, go ahead and make a glaive attack as reaction. For 24 to hit.
Hits.
Or 10.
Okay, that one's gone now.
Right, another wolf gone. Naylin.
Okay, so a question. For the pastes and stuff that you can craft using an herbalism kit, the doc doesn't say what type of action economy it is to apply those things.
Oh, this would be like an action.
Okay, great. So then forget that. Okay, great. I'm going to move up so that I'm at least within 30 feet of Adric. And I'm going to boom on the one furthest to the left that has fairy fire on it. I'm going to throw 3 daggers. Okay, my lowest one is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that all hits.
Okay, great. Send these 3. As my arm pulls back, the roots from my boots sort of like writhe and travel up my body, wrap around my wrist, and go onto my dagger, and they fly with the dagger. So I'm adding my Gathered Swarm bonus damage to one of these.
Nice.
And I will throw on a favorite foe. So I'll add another d6. So it's 4, 5, 6, or 22 piercing.
Nice. All right, so that's on.
That's on the one that just got hit by Patient Whispers.
Just got hit by who?
Patient Whispers.
Oh,
It was
nice.
the one that was all the way off on the side.
All right, they're bloodied.
Great, that's it for me.
Hey, Tinia.
Okay, so me and my wolves that I'm next to. Is there somebody next to us?
Still have that one big guy that you're beating on.
Okay, we still have him.
Yeah.
You have him and you have 3 wolves over here.
Okay, so then
Run
start
into
checking.
that.
That person's gonna miss. The second one's gonna miss. So that one will hit for 19 plus 4. And the last one is going to miss. So 1 will hit. So that's going to be to him 6 damage. And then my other wolves will go miss. That's a crit. And then a 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
So that will be to that other guy over there is going to be
Over here
19
too.
plus 4. So 23 damage.
Very nice. Start ripping, shredding flesh.
That will be my turn.
All right, Kelly.
All right. Hey, is there a top view of this map?
Zoom in a little for you.
Okay, that helps a little bit here. All right, so this one I got grappled. What I'm gonna do, first things first, I'm gonna try to throw them at, because they're in 10 feet of the one that's there at the back, or not the back, but in a line from me, between me and the grappled, or me, the grappled one, and the one I'm throwing at.
The grappled one.
Yeah, that one.
And one off to the side.
So I'm gonna go ahead and recklessly throw at them.
I don't think you can recklessly do ranged.
You
Not
can't.
even with mine.
Can you with yours?
Is it
I
the
will
whip or your
assume
grapple?
not. No, it's the grappled creature. It's the
We can't reckless. Yeah, the ranged attacks are. I don't think count for reckless.
Yeah, as far as
I
barbarians.
know usually they don't, and that's why I was checking, because I know this one has to do with throwing weapons and stuff, and I was just checking.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll just say that's fine. I'll just I'll look at that later. So instead, no, I mean I'll still do it. Yeah, I'll still do it. Okay. That's
So this is the one in the back that's not fairy fired, right?
I assume I don't know. It's the one that's right. It's within 10 feet of me because I can't throw it beyond 10 feet.
Okay.
No, so it is a fairy fire.
So it's fairy fired one. You have advantage anyway.
Oh, well, I'll roll again. In case I get a nat 20. I do not, but I did get a good roll. That's 27.
Yep, hits.
All right, so the one I hit takes 10. The one I grappled takes 10. So they both take 10 for that first attack. Next attack. Now that they're away from me,
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Oh, the grappled one.
The grappled one she threw.
Yeah, they're gone. They're not gone, but I threw them, and so now they're with you. Okay, so I'm within 10 feet of that one still, the one I threw at. So I will use my whip and attack them from here.
All right.
And they're in fairy fire. So that is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
And that's only 6 damage.
How do you want to kill it?
So I take the whip and I just kind of twirl it, and just swoop it around, and it just wraps around their neck. I pull it, and their neck comes right off.
Gross.
Right.
And then I will use my movement to move into where they were. So I want to be in the fray here.
All right. The one that you had thrown will swing its glaive. 11 will miss. And then a 24.
That'll hit.
That is 4 half to 2. Edric.
Yeah, I'll take his swings at the one that he's been swinging at, which I think is the one directly in front of him, not the one that is in front of Kelly as well, but the other one. So he'll take my 2 swings at him. Oh, that is a nat 20. And which is good because, what is that? That's a 17. Is a 17 still hit?
Yes.
All right. So he's going to start with the one. Actually, it's going to be 3. Okay. And so that is 17, 27. That is 32 slashing damage.
Nice. Bloodied.
And is that the one I hit before?
This is a different one.
Oh, it's a different one. Who was the one I hit?
Kelly killed the one you hit.
Oh, okay.
She threw the guy.
Oh, okay. I got confused. All right. In that case, so Adric ducks below, slashes him in the gut, slashes up with his sword across his face, and then he starts shuffling his feet to do bonus action, second wind, and just kind of smiles at the guy, the Noel, I guess, as he does that. Okay. And that's it.
All right. And we've got the 3 will swing at. Actually, sorry, the 2. These 2 will swing at Adric.
I'm going to know the first one that misses.
Okay. 14 for a miss.
Riposte. So,
Right.
Glaive comes in, he ducks, puts his shield up, and sticks the sword up underneath. That is a 26 to hit. Actually, that's a 27 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. and that is that is another 18 slashing damage.
How do you want to kill him?
Woohoo!
Yeah. That he ducks, the glaive goes over it, he lifts with his shield to knock it out of the way and goes right up into his throat with the longsword. He's using, by the way, the T-Rex tooth longsword for this.
Nice. The next one doesn't miss and gets a natural 20.
No. That's what Edric gets for being fancy.
That is 12 slashing damage.
Reaction, soothe pain. So this feeling comes over Adric, almost like you've just drunk a nice warm gulp of tea. And I'm going to reduce your damage by 1d10 plus 3. That's a 9! So 9 plus 3 is 12!
Amazing.
Edric just looks at the gnoll that just hit him and winks at him.
Alright, we've got one of the longbows. Take 2 shots at Edric, a 23 and a 13.
23 hits.
For 6 piercing damage.
Yep.
We'll back up to patient.
So I will take a shot at the same one that Adric has just interacted with.
Nice.
For 24 to hit.
That hits. So, one that he... I got you. Yep, I know what you said.
And then, so it's with sneak attack, that is 26 total psychic damage.
All right. How do they die?
So, a note Adric worked him over, and at the end of it, he got pushed back a step, and a shot just flies right over Adric's shoulder and hits him right in the forehead.
Nice.
Good timing.
Thanks, PW. As he sees the thing go over his shoulder.
And then the other one is the one surrounded by wolves over there?
Yeah.
There's one fire fired left, one hiding behind the fairy fired, and then 2 by wolves.
Gotcha. Okay. I will take a swing at the last fairy fired one then. I think that is the one to the north of Adric.
For this, the correct bookkeeping, I couldn't have favored foe that one because I hit that one with favored foe because I had fairy fire concentrated already. So that one should get another 4 HP back. Just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a natural 20
Oh,
on my second attack.
Very nice.
So damage is... It's 15 psychic because I don't get sneak attack a second time.
Yeah, very good.
And then I will... I think I'm actually... I'll stay right where I'm at.
All right. So now we've got the 2s that are by the wolves.
There's 3 wolves on each of them, plus an Ilumia wolf on the one.
All right. So we'll say this one is by the Nilumia. Let's sing on a wolf for 21 to hit the wolf.
Nilumia.
Yeah.
Oh, said Nilumia. Titania. I mean, that's pretty close in fiction. So 9 damage.
Okay. Was that to me or one of the wolves?
Wolves.
Okay.
Then
Still.
13.
13 will hit.
For 13 damage.
The wolf goes down.
All right. Get to the other one.
Clarifying, they just disappear when they run out of HP, right? They just magically disappear.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. They go back to wolf space.
They go to become gold coins.
Okay, that hits one of them for 8 slashing damage.
Yep.
It's dark. Become gold coins. That is dark.
These are not soul coins.
Naylin.
I will continue to throw my daggies at that one that I've been throwing at. I'm going to start with just one attack, and I'm going to use my roots to... okay, that's a 24.
All right. And which one is this?
This is the last fairy fire.
Yeah,
This
the last
fairy
fire.
That hits.
Okay, and I'm going to use my roots on that one to add some extra piercing damage. So that's 9 piercing.
All right. How do you want to kill it?
Great. I boom right between the eyes, and as my dagger flies back into my hand in the background that it's all blurred out because it's far away, and we're looking at the foreground as the dagger comes back to me, the silhouette just falls. And then I will walk forward, and I will take 2 more attacks at the one that was directly behind that one, the one in the distance.
Nice.
But not at advantage because no more fairy fire. Okay. One of those is a natural 20, and the other one is a 15 plus 7.
Hits.
Okay, great. And so then this one I will do Favored Foe on because Fairy Fire's gone now. So that's going to be a d6, and then I have 2d4. Okay. 17 piercing damage.
Nice.
And that's it for my turn.
Okay. Titania. Josh, you're muted or something?
Sorry. So there's me and one wolf up top, and then 3 wolves down there. Am I
Yep.
correct?
Believe
Okay.
Oh, I missed the wolf. I thought I
So,
missed the wolf. He was hiding.
18 plus 4 on the first one, and then 5 plus 4, so 19 on the top one.
It hits.
So that'll be 2 hits. Come on, damage. 2, 4. So that one's going to take 12 piercing damage.
Nice.
And then the next guy, 17 to hit.
It hits.
Okay. And then 14 misses. And the last one's going to hit you. So that is another 16 damage to him.
Very good. Flush bite, tearing a hunk.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Great. Kelly.
All right. Wait, don't the wolves go? Or did they already go?
They went.
Okay. All right. This one next to the wolves, how bad do they look right now?
On the one side, they just got hit.
Okay. I'm going to kind of go up behind them, and we will reckless bite because it counts as an unarmed.
But I mean, a bite is an unarmed strike. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Whoop. Hold on. Pulling it up. Pulling it up. Pulling it up. All right. Here we go. That is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
And it does a whopping 16 piercing damage. So I
Bloodied.
come up and I dig my teeth in to their neck here, and then I'm going to go to the other side, and I'm going to bite again.
Nice.
Nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
That one does 22 piercing.
How do you want to kill him?
Oh, I dig right in. I'm just eating at this point. And I beckon the wolves to join me if they want. That's my turn.
Adric.
Yes. So Adric watched all that and just thinks to himself, well, she did tell me that she bites. And then he turns around, he's going to leap over whatever that part of the bone is to go after that guy and back.
Don't worry, it's just a vertebrae.
Yep. He's going to just vault over it.
I'll put you on the other vertebrae.
And as he swings at this guy, he's like, don't worry, I don't bite.
Question is, which is Adric more afraid of? Kelly biting or Tamagotchi?
He's not thinking about that, so that's a dirty 20.
Very good.
And that is only a 13. 13 doesn't hit, right?
Correct. That's a miss.
Okay. So we are going to go ahead and do a trip attack on this guy.
Nice.
It's been okay. That is 17 slashing damage, and it's a DC 16 strength check.
How do you want to kill it?
Oh, he goes to do the tripping attack and ends up severing the thing's leg, and sees it fall and decides to put out its misery, reverse grips, and just brings the sword down into its throat.
Amazing. Then we'll back up to patient.
So there are 2 left?
Van.
The one next to me is dead.
Okay, 1 left.
Fun!
I will.
Fun!
It's next to
Okay.
Titania.
Got it. Okay, that one. Okay. I will step offline so I'm not shooting past Nealon. There we go.
Oh, sure, you'll shoot over my shoulder, but not over Nalen's shoulder.
I mean, she's an older woman. I don't want to.
Yes, I'm frail.
I was saying you are not prepared for.
She's a lady. You didn't have to bring age into it.
So I will use my bonus action to steady aim, so I will take it at advantage. And we'll sneak attack. Ooh, a 21.
That hits.
For a total of 25 psychic damage.
How do you want to kill it?
Woo!
I take that same shot, and I just wing it over, and then on the forehead. Thunk. My hand transforms back into a normal hand. They were not very good hunters.
Wow, the music ended at such a good moment.
Yeah.
I guess we don't have to worry about Warrior Kelly getting hungry when we go visit the herbivores.
Yeah, I'm going to be very careful how I describe this because I remember our Session 0 stuff. So I'm just going to say that Kelly marks her face, and she does so as well with the wolves. And she's going to attempt to do the same thing with all of you if you allow her to.
Of course.
Yeah. If you try Razik, he's like, mm-mm.
Now, this shows us our first hunt. It is a very important day. You have all proven yourselves capable of fending for yourselves. You are now considered to be, as you would say, adolescent.
Let her do it, otherwise she'll bite you.
I agree with perpetuating Adric's fear of consumption.
Adric lets her do it in the same way you let a small child put finger paints on your face. That is 100% his view of the situation. It's like, if you like, go ahead, dear, it's okay.
As Kelly puts it on Naylin, her eyes are shining, and she's like, I think it's been a long time since I've seen action.
And I think Kelly also, for the ones
Grandma.
for the ones who allow her to, she also, after she does that, she'll embrace you in a hug.
Whoa.
Which is probably the first time she's shown affection to anyone in this group.
I'm cold and stiff.
All the wolves will line up, and then when you get to Titania, she goes, since she doesn't know if you can understand her still or not, she goes, soon the real test of leadership will come. You'll see.
I'd like to say she did cast it as she was doing the wolves, just so they understood what she was doing and why it was important. Because I'm curious what the wolves say.
They all repeat the same thing.
So scary.
I don't know. I think Matt has a distinct personality for each one.
Josh summoned him. Titania's the one who summoned these guys.
These are hive wolves.
Yes, hive wolves.
Adric will absolutely hug Kelly back too. He will then ask our I'm sorry, I know you said the name, but I didn't get a chance to write it down. Razak. He'll actually at some point afterwards ask Razak, are we gonna get in trouble with the herbivores if we show up with blood on our face?
And over. Not if we tell them who they killed. Not if they tell me who we killed, I think. This is Oka.
Yeah.
Oh. Condolences.
Storyteller and advisor to Ophelia, leader of the local herbivores.
Who were those gnolls?
Told you. The Vile Hunt.
Oh, that's right.
It was the poachers who don't go into the Beastlands but hunt the more civilized here.
It sounds as though this could be a thing which unites all three factions. I doubt any of them are in favor of poachers.
Maybe. We should hurry to help Delta, though. You may tell Ophelia and convey the news of Oka's death. And kind of looks and takes, he goes, this. It's a beaded necklace with an eye-shaped topaz. This is his mark of office. His storyteller and advisor. He doesn't. This is awful. Go ahead.
Should we convey his body anywhere, or return his effects to family?
In the state it's in, as he looks at the several pieces, might be best to leave it.
Do they not have... forgive me, I don't know, because this place is so foreign to me. Usually the living beings I know, as far as I remember, they just wish to go back to the earth. But here, do you have customs?
They may in the pack, but I don't. If you want to transport the pieces, I'll just say it might be a bit more grisly than necessary.
No, I meant, do you want us to bury them or burn them, or?
We burn our dead mostly.
I think Kelly, if we tell them where it is, they may want to do it themselves. They might have certain rights to do, as opposed to us just trying to make something up. So we'll just keep note of where this is. We can tell them.
I would just be mindful of scavengers, but if this is their way, we will leave them.
Should we take the gnoll remains, maybe as an offering for the predators later?
I think we should take one of their heads, perhaps the biggest one.
Too bad Mick's not here.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry. Mick Mainside, the leader of the Vile Hunt. He's been evading very much. Just since we murdered 8 people, just kind of wish we murdered him too.
Enough.
Did we look for any items on the gnolls' bodies?
I mean, there's like spears somewhere in leather. Nothing too identifying.
Since one of their heads is already off from the whip, I think I'll pick up that one.
Nice.
Can I retrieve the daggers I threw as well?
Yeah.
Great. Is it half that I get back? Or
Half is ammunition, so you can get back half all you're throwing as long as there's nothing weird that would have caused you not to be able to get them back.
okay, cool.
Should you lead us so that there is no misunderstanding?
Yes, I will let them know. Let's go before more come.
As they leave, Adric will just stop over, briefly pause over the remains, and just sort of bow his head and say, "Return to the cadence, my friend." And then joins the others.
As he leads you, sleepy rivers wind through a sprawling expanse of high grasses and fruiting trees. Giant herbivores, such as long-necked giraffes and brachiosaurs, munch on tall vegetation, while herds of bison and gazelle and goats wander the surrounding plains. In the distance, rock formations encircle a broad crater.
Adric is 100% looks like Sam Neill in the Jurassic Park movie looking at the Brachiosaur right now. 100%.
Welcome to. I have this strange, I want to say, memory of desiring as a young, small cub person, wanting to, yes, wanting to ride a large, what this is.
What? Brachiosaur! Hey! Pats it. Well, maybe we should get to the hollow first.
Okay. I'm gonna wave though.
Brings hollow is the crater itself. Goes down in here. You see all types of various animals, all herbivores around, and they
are they moving in herds?
They do move in herds. Bring you down as they doing mostly just doing things, skinning some animal hides that some they captured otherwise, and have began like what looks like essentially technology trying to irrigate, grow crops, and such things. And he leads you to an enormous elephant. Goes, Ophelia! These are friends, and also we have some sad news. He holds up Oka's as large tears stream down, and she gestures to the center of the crater with her trunk. Finally lays down and puts her head on a large pedestal, so standing the top of her head is still about 3 feet above all of yours. So if you stand. What has happened to Dioka? She looks to all of you.
They were attacked, we think, by gnolls. We fought them off, but we were too late to save them.
The Vile, what are their names again?
The Vile Hunt.
Hunt, yes.
These poachers, and I reach into my bag in the most inappropriate moment and pull out the head.
Her elephant mouth smiles wide. Yes. She takes her trunk and taps your head.
Would you like to keep this?
On a pike.
Very well.
I do wish civilization come to us, but some things must learn the old ways.
I like you.
Thank you for informing me of my friend's death.
Yes.
Believe.
Sorry.
Yep.
Dadrick just says sorry for your loss, man. That's all.
You are quite able-bodied to take them all.
Do you know where more of these poachers are?
I do. Oh, in a way. I believe the Via Hunt has been employed by Ebbenclaw,
Who is Ebbenclaw?
the leader of the predators at Razortooth Rock.
Mm.
He had his predators attacked a herd here under my protection. So I challenged him and won. I would think Oka's death here is their retaliation.
Why would predators employ someone to do their own work?
Oh, this shame after being defeated by those who seek peace.
Perhaps we should meet with this Ebbenclaw. Confront them. Do you have evidence of beyond something we can
Stretch it. I love it. No. But you speak wise, savage, humanoid.
You think the only people who are people are
I beseech of you all. You are strong. Go to Razortooth Rock. Find out if Ebbenclaw is working with the Vile Hunt. If you find who is behind Oka's death, and bring them to their own, I will reward you, I swear, with a treasure of old Farnell.
Oh. That's very gracious.
Is it some form of large tooth-like object?
Oh no, that is of great power.
A T-Rex egg.
She laughs. We shall see. Do you... Here. You seem to want to know. And she brings out a statuette. Small, that could fit in your pocket. And it looks like a mixture between almost like a snake and an owl.
A snow.
Exactly.
Nice.
I would give you this.
It is beautiful.
And powerful.
What does it do?
It would bring... It is and will be a winged friend for you, to help you on any path. I often use it to spy on my enemies before we take action.
Well, does that mean that you've been around for quite a while if this is an artifact from old Fawnell?
Yes. I was. Yes.
Well, no, go ahead. You can finish your little story of the past days or whatever.
Oh.
I found it as an old funnel left. I don't know. Many of us found us here, we believe, for the first time. And soon I gained an intelligence. As I believe I truly remember walking and finding this.
Can I ask, would it mean anything to you if I said, one who sees only silver?
I just think of the poachers who only see hides and the money they can get from them.
Oh, that's very wise, actually.
I don't know.
You've been very gracious. Yes, thank you for humoring me. This was both great information. Thank you. Also, your story was great. I'm sorry for making fun of it.
Does this camp look bigger? Like, how big is this camp? Like, is it
this is more of like a larger city.
Oh,
Seems like still primitive in a sense, but definitely more on the way. Like there's more. You could definitely see signs of irrigation and modern farming and taking care of crops and pushing water and managing herds.
Would you be interested in creating a trade between stores?
Would love to establish trade relations with those as savage and wise as yourself.
It was lovely doing business.
She smiles.
I think I just set up a trade.
Good job.
Good, yes. Good job, dear.
Do not forget the upsell.
Would you all like to look around the city?
I would. Sure. Finding this place fascinating.
Oh, do you think the brachiosaurs would be happy? Would they enjoy? Can I ride one?
10 God.
Oh, okay. And I reach into my pocket and I just hand over just a bunch of gold coins.
Let's take it. Upsell.
Adric will reach his pocket and go, I'll go with her.
She actually will take 10 and make sure you take the rest.
Okay.
She will not take what is not hers to take.
Does anyone else want to come?
I don't think I need a ride, but I'd love to take a look around at the plants they have here and maybe bring back some propagations to have on the castle.
Good idea. Wolf, and I will cast a second of my 3 spells.
You look for the wolf, and the wolf's no longer there.
Crap. That was a waste. Wolf?
And then you look closely, and there's a spider sitting on your shoulder.
Oh. Hello, spider. Have you seen a wolf?
The wolf is gone.
Oh. Well, would you like to ride a brachiosaur?
I will ride you riding a brachiosaur.
That's fair. 10 gold.
I have no gold.
Edric gives Kelly a thumbs up.
What does the spider do?
It's
I
not a
bury
tiny
myself in
spider
your
fanny
hair.
pack. No.
Oh wait, what did you do?
I bury myself in your hair.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm a spider.
All right. And then you do get on large brachiosaur, and they take you for a run.
Edric is absolutely having as much, if not more, fun than Kelly.
She's having the time of her life right now.
Yeah.
And I can also talk to the brachiosaur for the next 2 minutes or so, I'm sure, at this point.
The spider says, "Tell it to go faster."
Can you go faster?
Give me strength saves.
Oh, God. Crap. Oh, no. 16.
That is a nat 1.
Oh, no. Can I try to grab him if he falls?
Edric was doing the roller coaster thing. His arms were actually up, so he was not ready for it to go faster.
Oh, Adric, you fall down, hit the tail, bam, then the ground, 15 bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
What's your next character?
The
No,
spider
you have
rolled
it.
natural
It was
20.
it was a nice try, Kelly. He's not quite dead yet.
But I also have -4 to my strength.
Oh.
So does a 16 pass?
16 does pass.
Whew.
Yeah.
Edric
What
just
a
lays on
long
his back
fall
going.
this spider.
Edric lays at his back, looks up and goes, I wonder if I can do that again.
I just picture like the Flintstones with him like gliding down the tail.
Yep.
It is extremely unlikely for such an event to occur twice in such a short span of time.
Not with this group, PW, not with this group.
Oh, then with that, as you make preparations to go to the next tribe here, we will end for tonight. Go to the Predators.